Hi all, it's Ben bringing you another product review. This one's the automatic card shuffler. This is going to shuffle your deck of cards. It can have a maximum capacity of 2 decks. Got this off of Amazon. To be honest, I don't remember what the company name is, but there is a lot of these card shufflers for 2 decks, all the way up to I think like 8 decks that are, I think it's probably only a few companies that make this, and then they just resell it to a bunch of distributors. So I'm going to open this up and try it out. So this is it in all its glory. You put in pretty much 1 deck of cards here, 1 deck of cards here, and it will shuffle it. It takes 4, they say 4 AA batteries. So I'm going to drop in 4 AA batteries and now I'm going to try it out. So I was able to try this card shuffler a few times. It has its pros and cons, one of it being that it's extremely loud. Well, I wouldn't say extremely, but it is very loud. So this is what it sounds like without any cards. Almost sounds like a car crash, right? And also I noticed if it's just a design flaw or something that I tried 2 standard deck of cards, 52. I put in the red side and I put in the blue side. And what happened is when you let it run, it seems like I guess the little gears or the little catch arms on the blue deck side doesn't catch as well. So you end up throwing more of the red or left side into the hopper before you toss this. So you don't get quite as good a shuffle, but you can always just run it multiple times. So we're gonna go ahead and run this now and you can see it in action. As you can see, the blue side kind of got caught up toward the end and it didn't quite give you as good a distribution. So you get kind of a lot more blue at the end. But as I said, you can always just like flip this side over to here, do a hand shuffle, and then just run this a bunch of times. So in this case, I know that it doesn't shuffle as well at the top, so you always get the stack of blues, and then you can always just hand shuffle it yourself. But this is a relatively new set of cards. They're slightly used, but if you use, say, heavily used cards like this Uno deck, it seems to do a little bit better job. Keep in mind, these Uno cards are slightly smaller than a standard deck of playing cards, but it still shuffles relatively well and really loud. One thing I also noticed is if you use this multiple times, you're going to get a little bit of an electronic smell, like from the motors overheating. So I don't know if you, say, had 1 of these guys and you had, say, 4 card games going around, you were to pass it around, I think it would overheat this unit, because I can already smell the electronic, kind of like electronic smell. If you ever work with model airplanes or RC cars and you can smell the little motors, that's kind of the smell that I get from this. Would I recommend this? Well, this thing cost me under 20 bucks off of Amazon, and to be honest, there's a lot of companies that make exactly this same model, probably just sold through a bunch of distributors, but maybe 1 or 2 companies make this. They also make a 4 deck up to an 8 deck card shuffler, but it ends up being like this really tall unit, and I figured most of the time you only need 2 decks to be shuffled, and if you had like a game that you needed like 4 decks, you can always just rotate them out. Overall, I think it's all right for being under 20 bucks, but it does have a few things I wish were better. The plastic, I mean, you only get so much for 20 bucks. It feels a little cheap, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it when we play Uno, Monopoly deal, or whatever. So anyways, thanks for watching.